Dolph.
Hey, what's up?
My old nemesis, Dolph Ziggler. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I had to look it up. It has been 8 years since you graced me with your presence.
Wow.
I was at a completely I know. I was at a completely different radio station the last time we talked.
Okay.
Not that you care, but how are you doing, man?
I'm writing it down right now for 8 years from now when you tell me this again.
What I'm talking about, you being a WWE Hall of Famer and all that kind of stuff.
Oh God, awful. Nobody buys it.
How's Dolph Ziggler doing these days?
Dolph Ziggler's doing pretty great, man. I love what I do. I feel great. I've been very lucky, injury-wise, in 19 years. I think I missed a couple of weeks of work, and that's about it. I love having an extra day off these days than we used to. It gives me more time to either go on an audition or work on some stand-up comedy or just work on what I'm getting focused on for Monday Night Raw, you name it.
Hey, I know we got to talk about the show coming to the Wells Fargo Arena this Monday, but the stand-up comedy stuff, when did you start doing that?
I'm not exactly sure. I would say, I don't know, 7 years ago, maybe, something like that. But I always have to clarify, like, I didn't start doing stand-up 7 years ago and get 500 reps in every year. It was 1 or 2 shows a year, and even then, it was like hard to get them on my schedule because we had a pretty crazy schedule. But it was 1 or 2 once in a while, and then a couple of years back, maybe 4 years ago, I got like 8 in 1 year, and I was like, whoa, I'm almost into a rhythm. You need 10,000 reps to figure out what the hell you're doing, and I'm at like 50. But the chances I've gotten are, I've been on shows that I had no business being on, just because I was friends with certain people or they were wrestling fans, or they were there to see WrestleMania that weekend, so we had a big show. We make it into a variety show. We've had a lot of fun with our shows. We sold out Caroline's in New York City, in Manhattan, 2 back-to-back nights, one WrestleMania, which was so cool, just having an extra thing for wrestling fans to do other than WrestleMania, which is huge and awesome, but then you get to go see some wrestlers out of their element, surprise guests, fun stuff, wrestling aspects, somebody getting super kicked in the face, usually me, but then also some stand-up comedy, and I've been very lucky and had so much fun. It's frustrating, when something doesn't land, you don't get to work on it the next day. Sometimes WWE, they get to get right back on it that next Monday or that next Friday and get a match. Here, it's like, I got to wait 2 more months to work on this one thing. Like, damn it,
You know what I've kind of learned from stand-up comedians over the years is bombing is half the process of learning.
100%, yeah.
So, Dolph Ziggler from the WWE on the line with me right now. One more question about that. Is that something you'd want to do in the future? Like, is it that big of a deal? Is it just kind of hobby side? Or is it like, you know what? This whole pro wrestling thing doesn't pan out. That might be a way to go.
It's really fun for me to devote half of my week to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And as you know, you don't get to wrestle forever. I've been very lucky so far, and I may be here for 10 nonstop years in a row. Who knows? But I like being able to branch out and do some other things, whether go talk politics somewhere, do an interview, do a one-man show, do an improv show, do an audition for something on Broadway. Everything that gets you on stage and gets that presence and just gets the rap going and gets you smoother and comfortable, that helps you as a stand-up, but it also helps you in the ring. So it makes me a better wrestler. So either way, it's a win-win. But I would love in 15 years from now, I'm showing up at WWE 4 times a year to wrestle somebody in a big match. And the rest of the year, I'm bouncing around. Me and Mick Foley are doing a comedy show or something.
That is an interesting night, I will put it that way. Dolph Ziggler on the line with me right now. Monday Night Raw coming to town this coming Monday over at the Wells Fargo Arena. We'll have the ticket information at the bottom of the page. What are we doing at the show this coming Monday, Dolph? You super kicking anybody, stealing a title, rocking out? What are we doing?
The best part of Monday Night Raw is not knowing what the hell's going to happen. And it's not just for you. It's not like we have this secret plan and we all talk about it all. We get there and we don't know what the hell we're doing. So that's why it's kind of cool to have that plan for anybody on the roster, just in case that's whose music hits, that's what goes down, that's what was going on this week, or that's what changed in the news that day. So we switched something up for our show. We have no idea what's going on. I do know that I did just give a stern warning to Austin Theory to watch his back. I will leave it at that.
I like it. I'm hoping that it's going to be my kid's first ever WWE event this coming Monday.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping I wouldn't mind seeing, Dolph Ziggler super kick Austin Theory because I think he deserves it, but, that's neither here nor there. No, it really is. If no one's ever seen a WWE show live, especially at TV, it's awesome. You guys put on a hell of a great show, and it really is kind of expect the unexpected at those things.
It really is, and for those who I've had shows in Cleveland where they were just friends or relatives or friends of a friend who didn't even know what WWE was, and they came to the show and they were like, "What? It was so great! What the hell was that? There's fireworks. There's all your favorites. There's so many different superstars that come out, and then even the superstars in the ring, you don't know who's coming in the ring after that. Like that's every Monday for us, and it's so cool. But for a fan, it's the greatest time in the world to be there in person.
And it is the greatest thing to go heckle people at.
Hey, that crowd is the 12th man or the 6th man, however you want to see it, whether it's basketball or football. And they can get somebody to WrestleMania. They can change the trajectory of a match. If they don't like something, they let you know, and that's the best part of it. We'll go with it.
Dolph Ziggler for the WWE on the line with me right now. Hey, you're a rock guy, right? Did I just see some pictures of you at a cruise show?
A cruise show, maybe like 600 of them, but yeah, sure.
If you're going to change your entrance music to one Motley Crue song, which one would it be?
Well, my comedy, I really like to come out to Take Me to the Top.
Okay.
Which is not as known to everybody else, but it's still a rockin', badass song. I also wouldn't hate Wanted Man by Rat, which would be pretty cool. And also anything by Steel Panther, I think that would have to be a custom, easy, personal, brand new song. I think that would be pretty rad too.
That would be awesome. Hey, I got a kind of a dumb pro wrestling question for you.
Okay.
It's a curiosity one because it's always interested me. Where do you guys get your gear?
That's a great question. Everybody gets it from different places. We have a team of awesome seamstresses that are there in case something goes down, in case something rips, in case a patch falls off, or you need something that day for this thing that you just heard about on Monday Night Raw in 3 hours. They can make something happen. But everybody goes to different places. I was with someone, and then she left the company, and then Zack Ryder told me his guy, and then I really loved his work, Rick Michaels, so I passed that all around to my friends, so now he's doing everybody. There's a bunch that all go around, but I think we all kind of learn very much word of mouth because you can't really find anybody in the Yellow Pages or anything. Or even, I've gone to costume places or people who make like heavy metal clothes. And like, hey, make me a vest just like this? They're like, oh, I don't know what the hell. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, okay. So there's only, there's like 8 or 10 probably, for the most part out there. And Rick Michaels is doing a bunch of work for all of us, myself and my friends.
So when you go, and again, this is me fanning out here a little bit, but when you go to, your guy to, get this stuff made, do you say, hey, just I'm thinking about this, or I'd like it to be, I want to change to black, or how does that process work? Do you let them have creative control? What's going on?
Well, once we had a talk when we first started doing some gear, lucky for me, he's into the same kind of music I am.
Okay.
So it was really easy because all my gear is usually a Rat or a Motley Crue or a Vince Neil mock-up or something like that. So for him to go, oh, I love all that music too. So then I would just generically on a treadmill go through and like find some logo or find some lettering or find a patch or find a thing and go, here's 5 different skulls. Here's 3 different cool lyrics from this Rat song that I like.
Yeah.
Here's this thing here. Here's this. And then he's an artist, so he puts it all together and he throws something together and goes, what do you think about this? I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. Or, oh, no, that doesn't work. Let's do this. And it's really cool, like that back and forth, to be able to have that much control over it. And like if he was into classical music, maybe we wouldn't have a great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like the gear as much, but he knows exactly what I'm going for, which is it's rare, and he knows what the deal is, and he knows what I like now after a couple of years too.
If you went back and you chose one ring attire to be the one that everybody knows Dolph Ziggler by, which one would it be?
Well, there's a couple because one time I've had several different gears.
Yeah.
That I was told when I got back to the gorilla position to never ever wear those again, or in other cases, way worse language told to me to never wear those again. And so one of my favorite things to do was I liked leopard print.
Yeah.
And I got snow leopard gloves, a snow leopard vest, snow leopard trunk, and I got the craziest, biggest purple-orange spray tan you could ever get. and I go, and it bleached my hair fresh the night before. I go, this is so outlandish and douchey. It's going to be great. And I loved it, and I had a great time, and I got to wrestle John Morrison, one of my best friends, and we had such a blast beating the hell out of each other. And I came to the back, and in some words I can't repeat, I was told that this would never be worn again.
Don't ever do that again.
Great match. Don't ever do that again. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Dolph Ziggler for the WWE on the line, going to be a part of Monday Night Raw coming to Des Moines this coming Monday. Dolph, we wish you nothing but the best. Can't wait to see you, and safe travels, okay, man?
You got it. See you guys soon.
All right, see you, dude.